This is the Popular Apocrypha Podcast, Episode 16, Elsa from Frozen, for January 29th, 2018.
Welcome back. Oh my god.
Got him.
You got me real good.
These nuts.
Welcome back to... Well. Come back.
Well, come to think of it. I'm in a Disney mood.
Welcome back to Popular Apocrypha. I'm Tyler.
A dream is a wish your heart makes.
That's Logan. And Riley's over there
Are you
too.
trying to think of a lyric there or what?
That's a dramatic pause.
Okay.
I was actually recreating the scene where Bambi's mom gets shot.
Oh my god.
It's just silence.
There's a gunshot in there.
Yeah, there's gunshot and silence.
Wow, that's...
Mom?
I'm still waiting for the gunshot then.
Pew pew.
Bang, bang.
Into the room.
Alright. So, how are you two today?
Doing great.
I'm a little loopy.
That's good.
I'm a little poopy.
And I'm a little soupy.
Should really get that checked out.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, a doctor.
Could we be a comedy group?
Are we not?
Are we trying to
No, loopy, poopy, and soupy.
I've noticed it every time Tyler does that. He's like, oh my god. I think that's what he's thinking in his brain.
He's like, can we just go back 10 seconds and you edit this out? Please?
That's so true.
It's always... Inside it's like, oh my god.
Oh,
Fun.
fun times.
Sorry, Tyler.
Nope, you're good. I just have to compose myself. It's
Yeah. Good luck.
Can I just say something crazy?
fine. Oh my god.
Oh,
Are you
now
tr-
if it's
are
been a series
you're
of my
quoting-
face.
Oh yeah,
Suddenly I bump
If
into
it's
you.
not evident, today we are talking about Elsa from the hit Disney film Frozen.
I mean,
We'll
Never
get-
heard of it.
We will
generous.
get to her in a minute.
What?
Whew. First, I want to say thank you to the two of you for being here. You're lovely. I love you. It's great. Second, I'd like to
I
say
sense a
to
butt
Audible.
coming.
No.
Oh, okay. I love that you guys are here.
but kindly STFU.
I also wanted to say thanks to Audible.com, the Amazon audiobook company, for sponsoring this episode of the podcast. We'll get to them later as well. I did not prep for a warm-up game. We totally didn't just record another episode right before this. That's unrealistic, unbelievable, and totally fake news. So, you two, I want to hear about your week. How was your week? While I do this.
Wow. Great game.
Yep. No,
It's a memory game.
Wait, no, we have a game.
What?
Do you remember last episode when we were joking about doing Irish drinking song?
Oh.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Let's just do one.
Okay. Okay, sure. Yeah, we can do that.
With you?
Yeah.
We have to have a topic though. What's a topic? Is the topic Frozen?
You need to give me a second. There's no time limit. No time limit.
That's not how
No.
it works.
That's how it works.
If we were in a bar doing an Irish drinking
We're
song,
on Whose Line Is It
and it
Anyway?
comes to your turn and you sit there for more than 5 seconds, people are like, what's up with this guy?
Don't you have to drink if you don't?
Pretty
I
sure.
don't have a drink with me.
Oh, rip.
Well, get one.
You know what? I'll do it.
Okay.
I'm ready. I'm ready. You know what? I'm ready.
What's
I'm not
the-
starting.
What's the topic?
Well, it's got to be Disney related.
Disney related.
Should it just be Frozen related somehow?
Yeah, let's just make
Sure.
it Frozen related.
Okay, who's gonna start?
I will start.
Okay.
Okay.
That means you get the first rhyme.
Wait, the first rhyme?
Yeah, because 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
You have to rhyme with whatever I say.
Okay, I'm so anxious.
Don't worry, I'm not gonna use like orange or something.
Okay, I gotta think what part of Frozen I want to focus on.
How many rounds are we doing?
You know how many it lasts?
Until we all fuck up.
That's not gonna be
Not
too long.
very
I
long. Okay, I'm ready.
Oh boy. Okay.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Oh, hi Tonight's the night of the ball.
And I'm so excited. Can we start over, please? I was like, oh, I have something to say.
Okay.
I was throwing for way too much of a loop.
Oh, my sister's kind of a recluse.
And I don't know what to do.
I don't know what rhymes with recluse.
No, you don't have to rhyme.
Oh, I don't?
No, it's.
I don't know how this works.
Oh my god.
It's ABCB. If that hurts.
Yeah. Pressure's taken off of you.
Only the.
I thought I had to rhyme with you every time.
No, so
only
let's
the
do.
fourth person has to rhyme.
Yeah.
Oh god.
You have to
thank
do
God.
3 rounds.
With each of us starting it.
Yeah.
Oh, that would work.
Yeah.
Okay, start over.
Yes. Good grief.
I didn't know that.
This is good improv skills, though.
One day I met a rock troll.
And he was really nice.
And I felt like I wanted to go.
Home where it's a lot of ice.
And so I got on horseback.
And rode away.
And then, what?
I don't know.
Then rode away into the sunset where I hope to find
Into.
Sven and his boyfriend Hans too.
Oh,
Am I starting again?
yeah, you start now.
Oh, it was eternal winter.
And I was making it happen.
Tyler, are you okay?
No.
Oh, okay, Logan, try again. This is awful.
Going again? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't have to
Start
rhyme
again.
with him, did I?
No, but you left me with happen. What rhymes
what
with
happened to you?
happen?
A B.
So like,
Why
I
didn't
say,
you go?
Because I didn't know if you were done.
Oh, I thought that.
And then I made something happen.
Okay.
Oh, it was very cold.
And I was very scared.
So I went outside to see.
That I was very bared.
Because I had no raincoat.
And it was gonna freeze.
And then I thought, oh, my toes are gonna.
It turned blue and bleed.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
That was a
that'll
good
do.
one.
That'll do.
All right, Tyler, your turn to start.
Turn to start.
And this is the last one.
Oh. Sven is my pet deer reindeer.
I love him to the bits. I didn't say what bits.
It's like, whoa. I mean, that's probably some backstory. Am I still going?
I don't know.
I don't know. I love him to bits.
I love him so much I went on a date with him.
What do I rhyme with?
Bits?
Myself?
Bits.
Or bits?
Bits.
Bits? And I don't know. Bits. I forgot my oven mitts.
So when the cookies are ready.
I took him out the door.
Nope, that's all I got.
One more. You just have one more line to go. And I
But
took
the
him out
beer
the
was
door.
very frothy and heady.
Wait, what'd you just say?
I don't know. That's all I got.
What did you say?
Something was very frothy.
Beer was frothy and heady was what I was going for.
And Sven wanted some more.
Oh.
There, we did it. God, that was the roughest frickin' thing.
I've never had to do this before, guys.
I'd like to do more of that at some point, though. That's a good improv game, though.
Yeah. Okay.
Oof.
Wow.
Heavy.
breathing heavy. Knees weak. Palms are heavy. There's vomit on his heavy. His
Mom's
sweater
spaghetti.
heavy.
Oh, that hurt me. That hurt me deeply. My pride is gone. Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty ashamed for you.
1. Never said I was Irish. 2.
That doesn't have anything.
Never had to do that before. 3. I don't know. I'm tired. I'm so tired.
Okay, we should probably get to the content
Okay.
of this episode.
So, quick backstory. If you don't know, I'd be surprised if you don't know, but Elsa is one of 2 protagonist sisters in the hit Disney movie Frozen.
Only 2?
Wow.
So much of a pause.
one of two protagonist sisters. Protagonist is an adjective that refers to the noun, not a verb.
You might even say they're protagonisters.
I wish that you guys at home could see the look that Tyler gave.
Elsa, cursed with ice powers since she was little, is very self-conscious about her abilities, which grow with heightened emotion.
Cursed is a strong word.
Yeah,
She thinks
also
she's
up to
cursed.
debate. She thinks that's okay. I typed this up in 2 seconds.
Sorry, Tyler's really flustered about his ability to rhyme.
Flustered. I can't.
He's just going to go to bed tonight and he's going to hear...
What happened? Okay. I'm gonna take a quick moment here.
Okay,
If you
go
didn't
ahead.
know,
I'm sorry.
English is not supposed to rhyme. English was created. Old
Okay.
English was originally supposed to be an alliterative form of poetry.
But
Now that
Irish
you all
drinking
know that,
songs were
that's my
supposed to rhyme.
excuse, and it sucks. Fuck me.
Chaucer rhymed.
After Elsa almost strikes out at her sister, Chaucer sucks. She flees the throne to an icy mountain to live away from those she might hurt. She is also apparently a god, able to instill life into inanimate objects, such as snowmen, snow, involving rocks and carrots and other things as well.
I've been impaled.
So, fun fact for you.
Yeah,
I have 2 fun facts. I also have a few questions, but first fun fact is that Frozen was based on the original story, The Snow Queen, written by Hans Christian Andersen.
Is he the one that wrote
Way
Little Mermaid?
back.
Yes, he is, Riley.
Mhm.
Why do you say it like that?
It sounded like a planted question, but then I realized it actually wasn't. So it's like...
The Tale of the Snow Queen was first published on the 21st of December in 1844.
That's the winter solstice.
No, it's not. That's the 22nd. Well...
Also, Frozen really is a global phenomenon. Has become the biggest animated film of all time, grossing over $1.2 billion globally.
I didn't know that.
It won 2 Oscars, Best Original Song and Best Animated Feature Film, a Golden Globe, and a BAFTA, and is currently the UK's, although this article might be a little bit old, so I'm not sure. It was, at least, if not still is, the UK's best-selling DVD of the decade.
Really?
It's gone multi-platinum soundtrack featuring...
Adele Dazeem.
What?
You don't remember that?
Yeah, and like,
When
was it John Travolta?
I think it was John Travolta. Yeah.
you
Oh,
like-
right. Yes, I do remember that now. Goodness, that took me a second. Oh my god. And the official sing-along YouTube video of Oscar-winning Let It Go has had more than 940 million views. So, those are some fun facts. I also wanted to let you know that Urban Dictionary defines Elsa as, so accurate, a stubborn person who randomly breaks out into song when alone, usually ditches relatives.
That sounds like me.
Oh, yikes!
Jankies.
Congrats, Elsa. Logan is now Elsa for the rest of this episode.
Dude, she is my favorite Disney princess. Like, not gonna
Are
lie.
you kidding me?
No.
In the pantheon of Disney princesses.
I mean, based on the original stuff, not the stuff we've done. If we are including our canon, then I'd say, like, Cinderella's probably my favorite.
Have we talked about Cinderella?
Yes.
Yes!
She's an
My
elemental
goodness.
goddess.
I thought that
She
was
controls
Snow White.
time.
Oh no, right, Cinderella's.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ariel. Yeah.
Can't
yeah.
rhyme, can't
Why is he even here?
I love you, Tyler.
I don't.
Kisses.
Love's an open door.
Love is an open.
Copyright.
Finish sandwiches. Yeah. The favorite part of the song.
Oh
Oh, yeah.
goodness.
So Tyler, help us.
So,
I need the help here. Are you kidding me? My God.
So,
Elsa.
yep.
She's royalty.
yes.
Her parents are apparently also Tarzan's parents, right?
Supposedly.
Supposedly.
Yes.
Yeah. Although, even though it's confirmed, it doesn't quite make sense. But
Right.
Right. How they got to Africa.
/ they don't look the same anyway.
It's whatever. But she's royalty.
Mm.
They're trolls. That's a fun fact.
Rock
Yep.
trolls.
Yeah, rock trolls.
Yeah.
And
He's a bit of a fixer-upper.
runs away, eventually hurting the person that she ran away so that she didn't hurt, and then rock trolls had to save everything. That's a general synopsis of the film, right?
Yeah, and
What I got was that the rock trolls are the best.
and Hans is a jerk.
Right.
Oh, for sure.
And
Kristoff.
Kristoff. Yeah. And Sven.
Yeah.
Sven, who's your favorite character from Frozen?
I mean,
I'm being honest.
Mm.
The big summer blowout sale guy.
Mm.
oh, yeah.
No, you're right. Yep.
right.
He wins.
He
Yep.
stole my heart.
Yoo-hoo.
So, what I'm thinking
Big
is,
summer blowout.
what if we took our favorite character from Frozen and merged them somehow with Elsa to make this, like, a better character?
See, my favorite character is Elsa, so where does that leave me?
Did I ask you? Just kidding.
Can I just say
I did
that?
ask you.
Can I just say that Anna kind of gets the short end of the stick
No,
just
so
because of Let It Go? How like Elsa is considered like the main character of Frozen, but she's not.
She's not
is
even
like
in it that much
Anna
compared
is
to
like
Anna.
by far the main protagonist.
It's true.
Yeah.
Elsa is the driving force
Well, yeah,
of
she's
Frozen, but she's not the protagonist.
yeah,
But
but
do you
she's the
think-
more interesting character.
But do you think that Anna is simply the protagonist because she's the one that has a featured love interest?
I think she's the protagonist because she has the most screen time,
I mean, yeah, but okay, never mind. I'm just
and we see most things from her perspective.
that's true. That's very true. Was there a crossbow at some point?
Yeah, they tried to shoot Elsa with it.
Oh right, and she.
Elsa has very little arc. Truly.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
she, when she's a kid, she hurts her sister and then gets locked away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then.
Well, she kind of locks herself away.
Yeah. It gets afraid of her powers, and then she, like, is about to become queen, decides after all these years, I don't want to hide anymore, and then she runs away, and then she's like, no, wait, hold on, like, I have to help her, and then she comes back, and, like, she has very little development.
Yeah.
She's very 2D.
Yeah. Question.
Why does she come back in the movie? I forget.
Doesn't she find out that Hans is bad?
No, I don't think, she doesn't choose to come back, she gets captured and brought back.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because she doesn't want to kill Hans,
Yeah.
right? She didn't want to kill anyone. She got, like, afraid of her own power.
Yeah.
Is that it? Okay. That's right, yeah.
Also, a great character is that big snow giant, which apparently has a name. It's like Marshmallow.
Yeah, that's right. Uh-huh.
Now, he's doing pretty good for himself now, he's DJing.
Riley.
Sorry. Sorry.
Riley's a bit of a fixer-upper.
Is it too late now to say sorry? I was gonna say something. I had a train of thought. I'm still recovering from that fucking song.
Which song? Oh, the Irish drinking.
The Irish drinking song. Because I can't freaking
You
rhyme.
can't let it go.
Because I can't. Okay.
It was obviously about the 2D development, or how she doesn't have development,
Right.
or
Yeah.
something about the fact that she was captured and brought back.
Right. Well, let herself be captured, basically. Right?
A
little bit.
She's like about to smash the dude into
Right.
like the ice thing,
Yeah,
and
like, she
then
totally
she
could've
like
killed him.
collapsed, and I was like, oh, fine,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen Frozen.
Same.
Yeah. I don't remember that part.
Yeah. What do you think would give her a better story arc? Like what do you think she needs more? I don't think she needs more internal conflict as much. Like, because her character's like main thing is like, oh, I have this part of me that I can't just get rid of. I can't just ignore it. It's always there, and it affects everyone that I'm around in some way, be it minimally or majorly. And I might hurt people because of it, and so I run away. So that's like the internal struggle, is wanting to protect others, and so she hurts herself. But what about better or more like external struggle? What if there was like another antagonist, or even a development of the Duke of Weaselton? Because that guy is this.
Wesselton.
No, I know what I said.
Wesselton.
I know what I said.
That's Wesselton.
Which was voiced by Alan Tudyk.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I freaking love that guy. He's so talented. So, like, what do you think? Do you think she needs more internal struggle or external struggle, or what?
I think it would be cool if there was like another enemy who had powers similar to her.
Okay. Like
So-
ice powers or like
or
fire powers?
someone that actually stood as a threat to her.
Right.
That she couldn't kill with a blink of an eye. That could actually like kill her without her having a weird internal crisis
Why would they be an antagonist? Like, what is their aim?
I don't know. It may be just like something simple like to take over, but then that would force Elsa to kind of say like, this is what someone with my kind of powers is doing for their own benefit. What can I do to change the stereotype as well as make something good of it? I don't know.
Try to think what sort of power would be good. I mean, the first thought is fire sort of thing. What if it was like electricity instead? I don't know. Just trying not to go with the obvious choice.
Mr. Electricity.
The only thing I'm thinking is we already have like elemental princesses.
Yeah.
true.
But I guess not strict elemental princesses. They're more like we made them gods.
We did. Which is something I want to talk about more. That Elsa is basically a god. She imbued life into inanimate objects. Like multiple times. Many times.
What if she creates something that ends up being more powerful than her?
That I like. That would be good.
Then we have, was it Michelin Man? Is that it again?
Yeah, Michelin Hell Rider.
Oh, yeah.
That made
Ghost
the tire.
Rider.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That made of rubber.
Yeah. Ooh, there's a callback.
Yeah.
No, but that would be interesting. Like, what if she runs away, right?
Mm-hmm.
Up in that like castle, the ice palace, and
Ice Palace.
ice palace, and she is aware that she's able to do this, able to like create things that have their own self-awareness and life and sentience to them, and like Olaf, and so she tries to create something that is the antithesis of her, so that it can help control her, so that it can keep her in check.
What if she tries to make a friend and it ends up being an enemy? Except that doesn't
Yeah.
really fit well with her personality, though. does it?
Yeah. I was thinking if she created something with the intent that it would control, like help her keep herself under control, and then it just ends up controlling her. Like it takes her powers or something. And then
Or
takes
she's
them
immune
on.
to her powers.
Or something, something like that. Yeah, like completely immune to her powers. And something else has to stop it. And what would that be?
Because she had control, like limited control over Marshmallow, right?
Mm-hmm.
But not over Olaf. So like Olaf was like,
interestingly enough.
yeah, sentient, debatably.
Maybe because it seems like Marshmallow was an intentional creation and Olaf was an unintentional creation.
Yeah. But like Olaf didn't even know
Hashtag
who
deep.
she was, right?
No
I don't
idea.
think he recognized her as his creator.
Also, the fact that Olaf was able to speak in a common language but whatever. That's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
Semantics.
Yeah, it's fine. Literally semantics, because language and semantics are.
Aha.
Ha! Hashtag deep. So, first question. Is Elsa basically a god? Because if she has a power to create life, just like in sentience within things, with free will. Like Olaf does things on his own, not according to what Elsa wants, necessarily. Is she the fourth
But is Elsa imbuing
god of the Disney
life
princesses?
into Olaf and Marshmallow, or is she merely... Because magic is clearly evident in this world.
Right.
There are things like rock trolls.
Right.
Is she truly imbuing life into things, or is she using magic in such a sense that it creates a human form? Does the magic in and of itself imbue life? Is she...
What's the difference?
Because, is she saying, I'm creating this, monster to do my will for me? So a vassal.
It does seem that way with Marshmallow.
Ish. I mean, when she leaves, he picks up her tiara and is super pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or more, does she, start to make something and then... Because she makes inanimate things like ice palaces and windstorms and stuff that don't necessarily become sentient.
Mm-hmm.
But she, starts to create something that's sentient, and then does magic take over? I'm just, wondering, is she actually the one that's doing it, or is there a force in this universe that allows rocks to be alive? That allows... You know what I mean? You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
That's true.
Yeah. No, I think that's a fair point. That there, in this universe, there does seem to be a magic that exists on its own. Which actually, if like some say, all Disney movies are in the same universe, if they all are, just at different times and stuff, then that does seem to fit in a lot of ways. Because have you seen Moana?
Yes.
I love that movie.
That magic exists, and people access it in many ways.
It's a very Star Wars-esque kind of
Right. So I think that definitely fits better with the Disney, with the pre-existing Disney canon. That she has a particular form of access, and by accessing it in different ways, sometimes she's able to have a measure of control, Marshmallow, and sometimes things just happen, Olaf.
Mm-hmm.
So she's not a god. She's able to channel the power of the gods per se.
Mm-hmm. Whatever exists in this universe.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
The Force.
With some measure of control.
Yeah.
And she didn't. Okay. There was a short, I think at the beginning of like the Muppets or something, where she gets a cold, ironically, and she sneezes and she creates a bunch of little mini snowmen
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I haven't seen
that
it.
were also alive.
Yep.
So that's another thing she creates.
Were the mini snowmen good?
Yeah, I think so. I think they were just kind of like Olaf's little run around doing
Gotcha.
everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were supposed to be like chicks or something like that.
So in those sorts of situations, it almost seems like she is the channel. Like in and of herself, she is a channel to the magic, to the Force. I agree. It does sound very Star Wars-esque. Kind of want Elsa to be a Jedi now, but with Force power, like
Ice Jedi.
ice Force powers. That'd be awesome. Haven't seen anything like that. I don't think. I haven't heard of anything like that. I've played some of the video games, like the OG video games, like Knights of the Old Republic video games.
Like specifically in the Star Wars universe.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah. So thank you. That was because I couldn't figure out like is she a god? Because the whole life thing, that and sentience thing, that really threw me. But that makes more sense if it's like that. There already is magic, and it allows for sentience and life and whatnot in different things through different channels.
But wait, did she know what she was doing when she made Marshmallow? Like, did she make Marshmallow with the intent that this thing is going to come alive and protect my castle?
I don't know if we ever see her making Marshmallow. Do
I don't think we do.
so. So that's a good question. That's
So-
a question for the writers and director, I guess.
Was that an accident, or did she do that very purposefully? Oh wait, no, it wouldn't have been, right? Because she, at one point, is surprised that she created Olaf.
My thought is that... Give me a second. I'm thinking this. Making sure that I actually think this. Yeah, it seems like whenever she uses her powers, in anything, be it something sentient appears or not, it's always a literal manifestation of her emotional state. So, like, ice melting at the end of the movie, spoilers, that's a manifestation of her emotional state being, it's thawing, it's calming, and that sort of thing. So Olaf, very confused, very unpredictable, funny, but more because he's like naive and unknowing of how the world works and things like that.
Well, he was created like during her like kind of happy-go-lucky, like during the Let It Go song.
I thought it was during her running. Was it during Let It Go?
Yeah, we see it like it's subtle. It's subtly done. We can see like
Gotcha.
the outline of Olaf done.
Gotcha.
But,
Then
like, we can tell that's when he's made.
that fits.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that every instance of her use of powers is a direct manifestation of her emotional state, which would also relate then to Marshmallow is just a manifestation of her fear and need for self-preservation and safety in the moment. So
But she does have limited control over that, right?
yeah, which I think you could even argue that like a lot of people are able to have some measure of control over situations that they are like, or not the situations, but when they're like feeling the need to secure themselves, that is them trying to establish control over the situation. That's what I mean to say. So I think that makes sense with Marshmallow, that there would be at least some measure, however much, however little, that would be in that case. Does that make sense? You tracking, Riley? Yeah.
I'm just trying to think what I want for Elsa.
So that was my only real like major question was, is Elsa God? It's fine. It's whatever. Hashtag deep. But I do want to know, do you want Elsa to be a Jedi or Sith? That'd be awesome.
I feel like that's
Dark
convoluting
Elsa.
too many universes.
I mean, they're both Disney.
Well, yeah.
Have you heard John Cozart's After Ever After songs? Those are pretty great. So what do you want Elsa to look like?
I like her as is.
I didn't just mean physically, but I'm pretty sure that somebody
You said what do you want Elsa to look like?
I did say that. That is my bad. It's not exactly what I meant. I kind of feel like the white hair and the snow power is a little bit cliche, but it's whatever. I think it would have been like more out of place because her character is supposed to be kind of as out of place character, right? Mm-hmm. So I think it would have felt more out of place if she was the redhead. Just like that doesn't really make sense as much. Like redhead, fire, ice powers. What?
I'm thinking, what if when Elsa and Anna were playing together, Elsa just flat out accidentally killed Anna
Damn.
instead of just injuring her?
Yeah.
What would that have done to Elsa?
What
Exactly.
would Frozen have looked like without Anna?
I mean, we
10
talked.
minutes long.
Well, I mean, we're talking about like Elsa was a 2D character because she was just the driving force behind Anna's journey to
Right.
get her sister back. So what happens if we remove Anna from the equation and make Elsa's reason for going into hiding much more severe? Because she actually, instead of just hurting Anna, she killed her sister with her powers. And then, spending all that time locked away, she like maybe kind of toys with the idea of like, oh, I do kind of have, like I killed my sister. What kind of grief does that cause her? Does that cause her to want to be a better ruler? Does that make her kind of like go a little crazy and she's like drunk with power? Or like,
do her parents still die too?
do her parents still
Or
die?
at least, like disappear at least?
Does she, get a stress reaction and dissociates the whole thing, and the journey of Frozen is her like relearning what she did when she was a kid because she just has amnesia and she forgets it, and then like the rock trolls like tell her that no, you did kill your sister didn't die in an accident, you killed her when you were a kid, and then she has to like learn that and like come to terms with that, and her learning that caused her to have an emotional breakdown, which causes the winter storm that I don't know.
Wow, different order of events. I like that. Like she seeks out the rock trolls, which she finds like reference to in some of the like her parents' old things.
Oh, what if the rock trolls remove her memory of Anna and it kind of resurfaces a little bit, so that she doesn't like feel so much guilt over it.
Removing the memory of powers from Anna because Anna's dead, they remove the event from Elsa's memory.
Yeah,
But then it kind of resurfaces in some dream or something.
something kickstarts it. Tarzan Joseph.
So,
And then, boom, Tarzan.
That's been my entire goal.
That's actually why I've been
Tarzan.
quiet for so long, is I've been like running through different scenarios, I guess.
No, I like that. I like the idea of Elsa in the beginning of the movie. They're playing, and she accidentally kills Anna, and her parents, and she's like she starts to have a mental as a kid, just like starts to break down like mentally.
Well, the parents are devastated too.
Right, and
And they never really
parents-
look at her the same way again.
Right, and the parents see as Elsa's starting to break down, like what that does to her, around her with her abilities, and how like everything is starting to just freeze over, just completely, like other people and stuff too.
Well, and I'm sure the kingdom would look at her as like a monster too,
Right. So-
more quickly than they already
then
do.
they take
would they tell her though? Would they tell the kingdom though?
No, they probably wouldn't.
They probably would say just
they would
she died
take
in an
her to
accident.
the rock trolls and go, "Can you just?" And Anna doesn't exist anymore. Just suck that memory out of her head.
Yeah.
Take that and put it in a pensieve.
Yep. So just suck that memory of Anna just existing out of her head, and then they go back and everything's better, except then they go. And why did they leave again? The kingdom?
Sounds really familiar.
I don't remember why the parents left the kingdom. It doesn't matter. They leave just like they did.
There was a
Oh, this was To the Moon. This sounds like the plot of To the Moon.
what's that?
Where it's like an RPG Maker game,
Oh.
but it was popular on YouTube a long time ago. But it's basically like you find out that this old man who you go back and see his memories, that he actually had like a twin brother who died, and he basically like tried to forget him as much. But then you learn from his later memories that like everything points back to that one moment where he died, and like a tribute to his twin brother that he wants to like live his life for, basically.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a spoilers for that game, but yeah, that's what it reminded me of.
Okay.
I don't remember why the parents go away, but then
For wedding,
yeah.
for
It was supposed to be
Flynn and Rapunzel's wedding.
Yep.
Timeline-wise, that doesn't make sense.
That's in the same timeline. That's been confirmed.
Except we see Flynn and Rapunzel in the corner of the screen going to the coronation of Elsa. And they're like
Well, yeah.
their ages, like at the end of Tangled. So that's like
Well, they could be a
jump.
little older.
That's a pretty big jump.
Yeah.
But whatever.
But then
I'm not Disney
Elsa
police.
becomes
I don't care.
queen.
Mm-hmm.
She still knows that she has powers because they didn't take away her memory of the powers.
Right.
They just took away the bad part of her powers.
Does the kingdom
And-
know she has powers? Because
What do
they
you
didn't
think?
in the original.
What do you-
I'd
what
say
do you
probably
want?
not.
Yeah.
They shouldn't know.
No, but then there should probably be some accident or something where they find out.
Well, and that accident is when she learns about Anna, or the first like
Okay.
thing about Anna.
Does she know about her powers?
Mm-hmm.
Or is that
Yeah.
memory erased as well?
No,
That's what she should
okay.
still know.
I
about
think
it.
she knows, and I think that the main incident was with Anna, and then the parents actually were able to, for the most part, help her learn to control her abilities in some ways, mainly just by keeping her calm, just all the time. Just keep her calm all the time, and it'll be fine. I mean, that probably would just result in spoiling her, but maybe not. I don't know.
And then the princes from other countries would still come because they want to marry her.
Yep.
And they'd realize just like, she's
And
weird.
they somehow know about Anna. One of them does.
One of them does.
One of them knows about Anna.
And then that causes her to like have a trigger event. She goes into
Or some servant or something like makes an offer mark.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then like she starts to get out of control, realizing that her powers are going downhill. She needs to like figure out what happened because she doesn't fully know what happened. She goes off into the forest,
She goes
then
in
meets
search
up
of
with
the
Sven
rock trolls.
and
On the way meets Sven and Kristoff.
mhm.
Then what? Then what happens?
Then
What-
does she still make the ice palace, or what if then Kristoff kind of takes the quote-unquote protagonist reign where he kind of has to save Elsa from herself?
And Hans. Because Hans is still an antagonist, right?
Oh yeah, is because Hans would then still try to court
Marry
Elsa.
Elsa.
Yeah, because that was his plan
Yeah.
all along. Spoilers.
I think we could make it some kind of like final ultimate scene where like Elsa is confronting her guilt and her inner demons. Like her powers get so out of control that they manifest into like a guilt monster.
Like in this?
Yeah, like a guilt thing
Yeah.
that's threatening the town. She confronts that at the same time that that Kristoff and Hans are having a petty fight about who's going to marry her. And so then
Or even
movie
not so much like
portrays-
who's going to marry her, but like Hans is like going to marry her, and Kristoff is like,
Nah,
"Dude,
bruh.
she can make her own freaking choices."
yeah, or like Hans realizes the power of harnessing an army of guilt monsters and wants to keep Elsa in a permanent
like that?
state of
I like that. I like that.
like fear. And Hans is like, no.
Kristoff.
And then secretly they're still kind of like ultimately fighting about who's going to marry her. And then that then keeps with the movie's theme of portraying Elsa as like a strong female protagonist, has to fight an ultimate battle with her inner demons while the guys in the play are
Literally.
fighting about marriage
Interesting.
because they're dumb.
You're good at this.
Thank you.
I feel like that wouldn't really be with Kristoff's character though.
No,
No.
it wouldn't.
Because Kristoff never really was fighting over anybody.
No, he was just
He
kind
just
of
fell
along
in
with the
love.
ride.
What?
He was kind of along with the ride.
Yeah. And then
Then fell in love.
Hans was a jackass.
And then, no, because Kristoff realized that, like, Hans was a bad guy,
Yeah.
right? And he was leaving town, and then he was like, oh no, I gotta go save him.
Yeah. So, I mean, he fights for Anna.
Yeah, he eventually
But
turned
not-
into an active character.
Yeah. But it takes a long time.
Yeah.
So, that could still be the case.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So it's like an alternate timeline where we kill off Anna
Yeah.
and Elsa becomes
What happens if Anna
the
dies?
protagonist with her own impetus for growth.
Still
Which
with
gives
Let It
her a
Go.
much better story arc. I mean, that means that we don't get Kristen Bell in the movie at all, which kind of sucks. But
Well, maybe she could be like a
The ghost,
ghost.
of Anna.
Yeah,
Yeah, a force ghost.
yeah, the Obi-Wan.
An ice
went.
ghost who helps her fight her guilt demon.
what if Anna shows up as the guilt demon?
Oh. That's rough.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Or like the guilt demon at some point takes the form of
Right,
Anna.
that's what I mean.
Like Pennywise.
You killed me.
No, it was an accident.
No.
This has gotten really dark.
It's So we laugh.
I don't know.
No, I
Yeah,
like
are they
you
still
guys-
having songs in this?
Yeah.
Like happy songs?
Let it
I mean-
burn, let it burn.
Musical Rent is about AIDS. Still a musical.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's about some pretty serious things.
What do you think, Logan?
About what?
Any of it?
Yeah, I guess I just thought that Hunchback of Notre Dame has a song about an old man's sexual awakening. So,
Yeah.
yeah, there we go.
What does that have to do with anything?
No, I'm saying it like
Like
songs
dark
should still be about
Disney
like
movies
dark
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I was
adult
like,
topics.
also, I don't know if sexual awakening is so much what it's about as like real rapey, but
I was like, oh, I can't stop looking at this girl.
yeah,
What am I feeling?
it's really creepy.
Yeah.
I'm really uncomfortable. No, but I really like that because that provides such a more firm character development over time for Elsa.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, Anna's character also doesn't go through that much character development overall.
Yeah, so just cut out the middleman. Kill her.
Yeah.
I mean,
Kick her out.
Disney's MO is kind of to have not a ton of character growth, and I mean some, and then to have the happy ending after some pretty serious conflict.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's very plot driven rather than character driven.
so this would
Stuff
be
happens.
instead of a G Disney movie, this would be like a PG Disney movie.
I want them to cuss.
Fuck you, Hans.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking the whole time.
Okay.
Can we have Sven voiced by Eddie Murphy?
See, I love the guy that who I'm
And he
trying to
cusses
think.
all the time.
The reindeer.
Yeah.
You want the reindeer to be? What if the reindeer
Yes.
is the only one that cusses?
Yeah.
Can we
I
have
would love
Samuel L. Jackson play him?
Dude.
Jonathan Groff is the one who voices Sven and Kristoff.
Well,
He voices both because it's technically just Kristoff.
just pretending that he talks. Yeah.
So I don't know. I love Jonathan Groff. So if he could still stay as Kristoff and someone else voice Sven, I don't care. I'm cool with that.
Danny DeVito.
I dropped my monster gun on my magnum dog.
Just make it really gritty.
Dude, I saw a Vine once of someone finding Danny DeVito's star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame and just dropping a Magnum condom on it.
Oh, but I don't know. I think I want there to be more adult themes since it's like kind of a scary,
Yeah.
darker movie.
I like this. What if we made it anime style though, with like the super intense like slash cut fight battles with like the eyes and they're looking at each other.
The split screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, can I make it like black and white Sin City style.
Also, it's English subbed, but but instead of being in Japanese, it's in
Norwegian.
like Norwegian or something. That would actually be amazing. I would love that.
And the songs and everything too. But no, the songs are J-pop still.
Oh yeah. Those J-pop songs.
Okay, I'm actually really on board with this now.
We took Frozen. We made it way darker.
Frozen Naru.
I mean, it really only took one thing to make it darker. Two things to make it darker. We kill off Anna right at the beginning, and then we allow at least Sven to swear a lot, probably because he's Danny DeVito. And then we take that
imagine
and we
Sven going,
package it.
Speak, Remy.
So we take that and we package it in the anime style fight battles, intro, English subbed, all that. I'm so on board right now.
I mean, I've seen like Frozen like pictures done like in anime style, and it looks awesome.
Look that up. Well, it looks like Riley has some qualms with this idea. Maybe not. Maybe I'm reading it wrong. But before we get to that, I want to say thanks again to Audible for sponsoring us. You can get a free month-long trial and a free audiobook by signing up for Audible today. Audible has over 180,000 titles of different audiobooks to listen to. So you can listen nonstop to your new or your favorite books on iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player. They have the story, The Snow Queen, by Hans Christian Andersen, available on Audible. It's narrated by famous actress Sigourney Weaver. It's only 28 minutes long, and And you can get that free today with the free month-long trial by going to audibletrial.com/popapoc. That's audibletrial.com/popapoc for your free audiobook and month trial. Thanks again for helping us out, listeners, and thanks, Audible. So, Riley, do you have any qualms with this? You're making faces over there. Or at least you were. Now you're making other faces.
Are you okay with it being anime style?
Or do you not want that to happen? You can be honest with us. This is a safe space.
Wait, okay, so if we have Sven being voiced by Danny Devito,
Yeah,
and we also have it being in Norwegian.
except for Danny DeVito.
Oh, okay. But they understand what he's saying and everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because for Danny DeVito, it's Norwegian subbed.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Not that I don't think that's probably very necessary for the most part, but
But no, of course it is.
Riley, you haven't answered the question. Do you have any
Okay.
qualms?
No.
What do you want to change? You can change anything you want. Anything.
Do you want nude scenes?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Do you want nude scenes,
Do
Logan?
you want-
I think so.
Snowmen going at it? In
Oh,
Elsa's
oh,
dreams?
No. That's not what I want.
No.
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 I want there
Do you want
to
a...
be a scene where we find out that Hans is also a really horrible sex addict
How do we find that out, Riley?
because he buys prostitutes.
My magnum dong.
Oh my god.
We find out Sven is a sex addict. He's getting
I just
all
want
that
Hans
reindeer
to sink
tail.
to new lows. Maybe Hans has a drug addiction.
I feel like that would make him more relatable, though. How do we hate him?
Hate him?
Yeah, what would be a trait that would make us hate Hans even more?
If Hans was 50 and Elsa was 12.
Yeah.
I don't want Elsa to be 12, though.
Oh, poor Logan.
Oh, and also, I want... You know that part where Elsa makes a dress out of ice?
Yeah.
I want that to be replaced with a super anime transform sequence.
Or where she holds her hands in front of her face and then there's
activate!
but
Yeah, and then the camera just goes around, up.
to be honest, we don't always have to agree. I was on board until the anime part.
What? Okay. What then? I'm trying to take our wonderful idea of this more serious, Anna dies, much more, and Danny DeVito. Take that and package it in with something to give it a little bit more oomph of some sort. It doesn't have to be anime packaging.
I wouldn't mind it being done in the art style of the Telltale games.
I thought you were going to say the Teletubbies, and I was
so
like,
it's
no.
a game that you play and you make choices.
No, it's still a
like
movie, but the
Matilda.
way that they do the art style where it's comic booky, where looks the lines are super dark and the colors and shading, it just feels dark and gritty, but I'm
Okay.
also okay to not do that. I'm also okay to keep it anime. Like I said, we don't have to
Hey.
agree, and we can all contribute to different things of this new thing.
What
Let's
if?
keep it anime.
What if?
Screw it.
Wait.
We'll do it live.
Wait.
What if it's a flash animation?
Wait.
What?
Wait.
Like a
I
GIF?
have
Like
An
a
idea.
really badly done
I have an idea.
kids project.
Oh, done in Microsoft Paint?
Yeah.
I have an idea.
Do you?
I do.
That's a first.
I know.
I'm sorry.
Imagining a really badly done MS Paint Sven going, that
What
image
if-
is just really funny to me.
What if the whole movie claymation?
No. It's done like a Christmas special.
I thought you said you
Yes.
had an idea.
I thought you had a good idea.
I never said it was a good idea. I said it was an idea.
Let's keep it anime. Screw what I said.
What if the animation style is what you were talking about, like Telltale, but the thematic elements from anime are included, so the fight scenes and the music, and it's still Norwegian and English subbed.
Muppets.
No,
What
get
if it's
out.
all done in puppets?
What if it's all interpretive dance?
What if it's a
Okay.
stage play? What if it's live action? What if we throw that out there?
What if it's flash dance?
What if it's real life?
What if it's happening right now? In this room. We put it on right now.
I call Elsa.
I call Sven.
Magnum dong.
Okay. Did we ever make a decision about that?
Orgy.
Okay, let's keep it anime,
Sorry.
except the art style is what you were talking about. With like the telltale comic booky dark line shadowing.
Are you thinking like Ruby animation? Have you seen Ruby?
Like the Rooster Teeth production Ruby?
Yeah.
I have.
It's like a 3D anime.
Sort of.
Yeah.
It's
You tell me. Do you like it?
the show?
The animation style?
I don't.
For this context?
I don't really care for it because it looks kind of forced.
It's a little choppy.
Yeah. It doesn't look very fluid.
Yeah. It's not super fluid. Mainly in comparison to the audio, because the language is very fluid because it's conversational and then it's recorded as such. But then it's then animated and it just doesn't quite fit right comparatively. But that's a whole other thing. I would love to have a episode of the podcast where we talk about Ruby. I'd love to see if we could get somebody from Rooster Teeth to join us over Skype or something. Anybody.
Please.
Please. But I think I like the idea of having it be that comic book animation style. I really do. I think that'd be really cool. I still want the fight scenes with the eyes.
Yeah.
You murdered my brother, the rival of my clan. He was set to become the next Kusoge.
And it doesn't have to be English subbed.
Not Kusoge.
We can that can go away.
Okage, that's the word I'm thinking of.
That can go away.
What?
The English subbed.
Oh.
It doesn't have to be that. We can take that. I mean, I really
Danny
just want the
DeVito
subtitles.
voices all the characters.
What does her guilt monster look like?
I mean, eventually it looks like Anna.
Yeah, but
I would say
what
it looks-
first form does it take?
Have you seen the newest Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them?
No.
Yes.
Say it though.
There's
And I'll just nod my head in agreement.
the creature. Oh my goodness.
Is there? Oh.
It's like this black.
Yeah, that's right.
It's like it kind of looks like Venom from the Marvel universe in some ways.
I mean, I feel like it should like look like ice still,
Yeah,
but
I was
also be
thinking
like dark ice.
I was thinking like it's black ice.
Oh.
Your cars are gonna slide everywhere.
That'd be creepy. It's like a crystalline form
Right.
that kind of like
Shadowy,
is
dark.
like the shape of Anna, but doesn't take Anna's full shape until the end when it's like faced. And then it's like kind of like every time it moves, you're still kind of like, where is it? Because you can't really tell because it's so crystalline and weird looking. And
What if its shape is like that? Like what it like the substance kind of looks like that. But what if its movement kind of looks like when you take a magnet and between a piece of glass and you have like iron filaments and like how they move like the super particly
yeah,
like that.
Okay.
What if it moves like that?
Be
That'd
creepy.
be really cool.
Yeah.
It'd be super creepy looking, or could be at least.
Yeah. What if it's like some sort of? I guess that kind of gets into. Oh, I'll say it anyway. What if it's some sort of entity that can enter snow and then form the snow? Or are we saying should it have
Kind of like it's
physical form?
it enters the host that is the snow.
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
I mean, you're kind of like, I think we're calling it the same thing because if Anna's abilities stay the same as they were before, then her emotions affect the thing with which the magic can take a hold of.
It manifests her emotional state.
And so her emotional state was guilt, which the entity would then be guilt manifesting in a creature
Okay.
brought together by magic. So you're
And what- and
you're
what is
right
this,
though.
like what a related source of that guilt? Her abilities. So what does it have a connection to? Her abilities in some way, either immunity or the similar powers or something like that.
You're right though, Logan.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
a manifestation. Yeah.
Yeah, but it should be able to change form, right?
Oh, yeah,
Or-
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it can be like some big monster, and then she's about to like, killing blow, and it turns into Anna, and it's like, you killed me, don't kill me again. Who should
Yeah.
voice Anna?
But it's always ice
Still
based.
Kristen Bell?
Who?
I mean,
What?
I would vote Kristen Bell, but that's because I've been watching The Good Place on Netflix, and it's amazing. You should all watch it. If you have
Cool.
any interest in any kind of philosophy, you need to watch it. It's fantastic. Also, the last episode I watched totally threw me for a loop. Completely surprised. It was great. Hashtag not spawn. But I would vote Kristen Bell. But what do you think?
It doesn't really matter to me.
Do you still want Idina Menzel to voice Elsa?
Probably. I'd say so. Are we still having Let It Go in there? It would still fit.
It was
I think.
okay. Yeah.
It's the end credits.
I don't think I don't think that the world could handle Let It Go not existing. So we've got to let that stay.
I had a kind of weird side question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think Frozen would have been as successful without Let It Go?
No.
I don't think so either.
There's not that song without it.
It's me, says everybody.
Yep.
It relates to me, and me alone.
I mean, all the other songs are good on the soundtrack. Like they're like objectively like catchy songs that resonate well with the target audience and stuff. But they're not the song. And Let It Go is geared to be the song on purpose.
Oh yeah.
So they maybe they could replace it with a different song and it might still do well. I mean, probably not as well. I don't know. It's a big deal.
Frick yeah,
And the
but
parodies that have come out of it that just help it grow in popularity.
Just let it grow.
Or there's one about failing your college exams.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what the name of that one is. Oh,
I don't remember.
F it all.
I think I remember that one. Yeah.
Yep, it's a good one. Classic.
I'd
So-
say keep it in.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. I don't think that the world can handle not having it.
no,
We don't want to step on too many toes here, right?
no. But I like the new thing we've come up with.
Yeah. Another question. Olaf. What's he doing? Does he exist?
What if the guilt monster's like one of its forms is Olaf?
So the guilt monster is actually there with her since way earlier in the movie.
Ooh.
And you don't realize that.
Except
because
Olaf
it
isn't.
looks like Olaf. Because she feels guilt over her naivety and her innocence that she has been forced into, in a sense, by the trolls. That because the memory was taken away from her. And she feels guilty about living under that umbrella of naivety for all of those years because she didn't know the truth.
Well, and especially making the snowman just like reminds her of the snowman she used to make with Anna.
I like it.
Multi-packed layers of grief.
Yeah,
Just like snow.
like the Babadook. Wonderful movie.
Not so much. We're not going so much for horror here. It's more like drama Disney.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, true. But
Drama Disney Danny DeVito.
layers of metaphor.
Yeah, lots.
See,
And then at the end, that's when it all comes together. That it's Olaf is actually like the representation of grief through most of the movie. Yeah.
wow,
Wow.
there we go. What are we gonna call it? Is it still
The
gonna be
movie?
called Frozen?
Yeah,
Because
it
like
still
that
fits perfectly.
that symbolizes like her heart, and that's like pretty obviously said too in the movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think so.
Yeah.
Frozen. Yeah.
Frozen solid.
The Olafening.
Frozen XXX. Just kidding.
Froxen.
What?
That's something else.
Frosted.
Froxen.
What?
I don't. It's placing the Z with an X. I don't know.
Frozone.
That's also something else. He's coming back, baby.
Yeah.
Frappuccino.
Frozachino.
Frozen Totino's rolls.
Oh my god.
Totino's pizza rolls.
No.
Sponsored by.
No, we're not. But we could be.
Cool.
Oh, but what about Marshmallow?
I think it should still exist as like a something that she makes to.
Manifest to protect herself.
Yeah, that Kristoff has to get past.
yeah, and,
She's what
and
the guilt
Hans
monster
still is-
becomes after she's accepted it. It's just a nice little marshmallow thing.
puts on her tiara.
Mm-hmm.
Super pretty.
Goes, yay.
Now it's a symbol of acceptance and living with it.
Okay. Yeah. Because the guilt never really goes away. You just
Learn to live with it.
Live with it. Weirder, the representation of Anna sticks around.
Mmm.
That'd be weird.
Yeah. That'd be really weird.
What if she brings back Anna back from the dead?
Ooh.
I mean, she has used
Human
her
transformation.
powers to instill life into inanimate objects. That's a real extra step to say, to imbue a life that already did exist. I'm not sure I like that.
I just had another thought that
Mhm.
like, what if Anna died, and since Anna died, Elsa made an ice version of Anna that's completely identical to Anna that grew up with her, but she doesn't remember that she created it. I know that's at the end of the episode.
Or she doesn't
so I can't
realize,
remember.
or she doesn't realize that this is Anna. This is just a creation that she made.
Yeah.
That's just her imaginary friend that she knows isn't real, or she thinks never existed. Just her imaginary friend that she made for herself. It's fun. It's harmless. Might be a little bit too much.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's dark. it might be a little bit too much. I think stick with what we've got.
Yeah. I actually got that idea from an anime, so can't really.
Well,
I felt the floor vibrate.
was that you?
Maybe.
Damn, boy.
I larded.
Good.
Faffed. That sounds completely...
You FNAF'd?
I fart laughed. Larded.
Well, do we have anything else that we want to cover?
I don't think so.
Sorry it wasn't that funny of an episode.
I mean, it was cool. Came up with stuff.
Yeah, you know.
Just gotta let it go, man.
Well,
I wanted to reference more songs. I just couldn't think of where to get them in. I think I referenced every song, though, except the Frozen Heart one. Reindeers are better than people.
When they finish each other's sandwiches. Okay. Well, let us know if you have any
Let
fan
it go.
theories.
Let us know.
Let us know.
Let us know any feedback. That's where the song ends, yeah. Oh.
No.
Can we end on that?
Oh my goodness. No, I can't, guys.
Well, Elsa killed her sister.
and then she went away. Just you and me.
See you two.
Go.
I wasn't prepared. Then she built an ice castle.
And decided to stay.
And when Kristoff found her,
He thought this might be cool.
and so he thought, hey, Sven.
Let's melt this castle and make a pool.
Oh,
All right. So let us know if you have any fan theories about Frozen and where Anna gets her powers from, or where you think that the story should continue, what sort of direction, if you like our ideas and that sort of thing.
So if there should be a Frozen 2.
Yeah. They're making a Frozen 2, last I knew.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Ooh.
ew.
But with that said, let's figure out what our character is for next time.
Yay!
Our character for our next episode is 2 characters. It's Elmo and Cookie Monster.
For next time?
For next time.
Ooh, alright.
Can I interrupt just for a second?
Yeah.
I think that would be our Valentine's Day episode.
Oh, is it? The next one is our Valentine's Day?
So this one would be for the 29th.
Okay.
So the next one would be for the
Oh, it would.
12th or 13th.
Yep. Okay, so
So-
we decided that we're going to change that then. And we're actually going to do, we had a recommendation, and we're going to do Ash Ketchum's, excuse me, Ash.
It's hard to say, isn't it? It was hard for me earlier. For some weird reason.
I almost said ass ketchup.
Hey. I like it.
Oh.
Ash Ketchum's mom and Professor Oak are going to be our 2 characters for our next episode, for the Valentine's Day episode.
How are you? I thought you were pretty sick last night. Well, I made some ass ketchup, if you know what I mean.
Oh my god.
So, that's what we'll be talking about. That'll come out February.
Mm-hmm. And then Cookie Monster and Elmo for the episode
The
after
episode after that.
Oh, okay. That'll work.
Yeah. So we'll do 2 twos.
Cool.
2 twos.
2 twos. Because we're pretty ballerina.
And yeah, keep adding,
Okay, boys.
keep sending in your recommendations, because Professor Oak and Ash Ketchum's mom were...
Delia. Her
were
name is Delia.
Delia?
Mm-hmm.
And Delia were submissions from you guys, so...
Yep.
Specifically the relationship they have, or might not have. There's a whole conspiracy.
Hey,
Logan will talk about
where
it.
does Mr. Mime fit in there? We don't know.
I don't know what that means.
All will be revealed in time.
So,
In time.
you can check us out on our website. It's popapoc.com. Again, that's popapoc.com. We are also on Twitter as Pop Apoc Podcast, and on Instagram as, I believe, also Pop Apoc Podcast. We've got a Facebook page. We've got each of us are on those socials as well, and we'll talk about that sometime. Thanks, Audible, for your support, and thank you, listeners, for your support. You make us want to do this and able to do this, and we really appreciate you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Let it go.
Is there anything else? If you can't, well, if you can't see, since you can't see, they're just scratching their bellies right now. It's really making me uncomfortable. And no. Well,
I think it's late.
I'm gonna cut us off.
Let it go.
Bye.
We're a bit of a fixer-upper.
You can't cut me off.
Love is an open door.
And I was making it happen.